Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. In his first remarks since the Niners drafted his potential replacement, Jimmy Garoppolo says he's excited to compete with rookie Trey Lance, but don't expect any bad blood between the two QBs. Jimmy G says when he was a rookie in New England, Tom Brady showed him the ropes, and he's going to return the favor, saying, quote, "I'm going to use those tools that helped me to try and help Trey out." Elsewhere, Broncos right tackle Jawan James tore his Achilles while working out. He's expected to miss extended time, but doctors are hopeful he can play this season. Jets D-tackle Quentin Williams also injured during a workout. He broke a bone in his foot, and he'll be out 8 to 10 weeks. Former Chargers corner Casey Hayward is staying in the AFC West meantime, signing with the Raiders on Tuesday. And ex-Chiefs left tackle Eric Fisher has a free agent visit set with the Colts. He's recovering from a torn Achilles suffered in January's AFC title game. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
So, how can I promote my new curbside pickup service?
It's possible with Staples Connect.
I need custom floor decals that'll get noticed, not just walked on.
Also possible. Staples Connect can help your business grow with custom printed sales and marketing materials. And now get 15% off signs, posters, and decals when you spend $75 or more. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 5/29. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
DQ presents. Picture this. Picture the new DQ Summer Blizzard treat menu with iconic flavors that taste like instant summer. You order the one and only drumstick blizzard with peanuts. Oh, wow. Crunchy waffle cone pieces, world-famous DQ soft serve, and blue sky bliss. Or maybe you get the brownie batter blizzard. Ooh, wee. Fudgy brownie goodness. You're feeling breezy and dreamy all over. Moments like these are why the new DQ Summer Blizzard treat menu exists. Get it delivered at DQ.com. DQ. Happy tastes good.
We are the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230, KXO, El Centro, California. Good day, Gene.
Good day, Carroll.
It's another beautiful day.
It certainly is.
Okay, we've got lots of news. We're going to get started a little bit early. We've got
two mayors.
Yeah, the mayor of El Centro, the mayor of Brawley, and we'll get to them. But we want to celebrate birthdays. Actor Pat Carroll is 94. She was a staple on comedy shows. Actor Michael Murphy, 83. Actor Lance Henriksen is 81. Michael Palin, part of the Monty Python Circus, is 78. Actor John Rhys-Davies is 77. Bill Ward of Black Sabbath is 73. Actor Melinda Cooley is 66. Actor Lisa Eilbacher is 64. Actor Richard Grant, 64. Tina Yothers, she was on Family Ties with Michael J. Fox. She's 48. I don't know if she has worked ever since. Actor Vincent Kartheiser is 42. Actor Danielle Fishel is 40. Actor Henry Cavill is 38. And Adele is 33. Local birthdays coming up. When you have a chance, check out the KXO website, kxoradio.com. Subscribe to the KXO YouTube channel and keep in tune with what's happening around the valley. And follow us on Facebook. All sorts of neat things pop up on our Facebook page. We have Cinco de Mayo birthday wishes going out today to Carol Ramos, Maria Sanchez, Ivan Cordero, Rosemary Cruz, Oscar Felix, Maria Conchola, Mike Bennett, Manuel Martinez, Leda Rodriguez, Jesse Chavarria, Brooke Grundy, Maria Chavez, Julius de la Cruz, George Baeza, Earl McCabe, and Francis Terrazas. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay. Those be our birthdays. And I think somewhere along the way, somebody mentioned it's Cinco de Mayo, right?
Somebody did. I know that for sure.
Yeah. So that would be cause to celebrate, I suppose.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah. And just a word of advice. If you do celebrate, celebrate responsibly.
Underlined.
Yes.
Emphasized.
Okay. Anything else exciting going on?
Well, we got a lot of news to disseminate this morning, so we invite you to stay with us.
Okay. And we're going to jump right in right now with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, you call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News special report. Donald Trump is still banned from Facebook. The platform's oversight committee has announced its decision 4 months after the former president's account was suspended over claims he incited violence at January's attack on the U.S. Capitol. Harvard law professor Lawrence Tribe says Facebook is within its legal bounds.
It's a complete myth to think that anyone has a First Amendment right to have a voice on a privately owned platform. If you were to decide that I'm going to propagate lies, and especially if I had some power the way Donald Trump did, that I was going to foment an insurrection, you would certainly have the authority to deny me a voice, a platform.
Facebook's oversight board says it will re-examine what it calls the arbitrary penalty in another 6 months. It also applies to Mr. Trump's Instagram account. So far, he's had no comment. CBS News special report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
Representatives from California firefighter unions.
Now is not the time to waste hundreds of millions of dollars on a recall effort that is nothing more than a partisan power grab.
Newsom claiming the effort is being run by national Republicans who are taking advantage of the pandemic for political purposes. Among the Republicans planning to run against him in a recall election, John Cox, who kicked off a 6-city tour in Sacramento with a sunbathing bear behind him.
We're going to need big, beastly changes to be made in the state. We're going to have to be tough as beasts to go against the special interests and the interest groups that have really run California for so long.
Cox calling Newsom a pretty boy in his newly released TV ads. L.A. and San Francisco counties officially entering the least restrictive yellow tier of the state's reopening framework. San Diego County health officials identify the first case of the COVID-19 variant that's overwhelming India. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. Call Lock today for that preseason air conditioner checkup.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression of you or your business online. Negative comments on the internet can impact your life and your livelihood. Take control of your online reputation. Get your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com. It may reveal negative posts from an ex-employee, upset patient or client, news article, legal issue, or even exposed personal information right there in your Google search results. Uncover what's lurking on the internet about you with reputationdefender.com's patented scan and get your free reputation report card. Or for immediate assistance with your reputation, call 800-800-7134. Our cutting-edge technology helps make your Google search results look their best. Call 800-800-7134. That's 800-800-7134. 800-800-7134. Or take the free scan at reputationdefender.com.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
The El Centro City Council met in regular session last night. Here is a visit with the mayor of El Centro, Cheryl Walker.
At the meeting last night, the El Centro City Council honored the tremendous contributions of our healthcare workers and support staff at El Centro Regional Medical Center with a proclamation in honor of National Hospital Week. CEO Dr. Adolph Edward was present at the meeting to receive the proclamation on behalf of ECRMC. Then, in a bit of unique timing, we were able to honor both our police and fire departments. Police department was honored through recognition of National Police Officer Week, and our fire department in recognition of International Firefighters Day. Several members of our police and fire departments were present, as well as police officer Efren Cornell's family. You may recall that Efren Cornell, Officer Cornell, lost his life in June 2020 after contracting COVID-19 during an arrest. So it was a time for the council to again offer our condolences to the Cornell family, as well as to thank our police and fire departments on behalf of our entire community for their extraordinary efforts during this past year and what they do for us every day. Our final recognition of the evening was of our municipal clerk's office, which is truly the front door of City Hall, and we are just so grateful for the work of our city clerk staff. This was followed by a presentation by Esperanza Colio from the County of Imperial, and she's requesting assistance in spreading the word on the COVID-19 rent relief program. Unfortunately, very few residents have applied for the funding, and we're just really encouraging renters and landlords who would benefit from this rent relief program to call 833-430-2122 to see if you can apply for and qualify for assistance. Again, that number is 833-430-2122. The majority of our meeting last night was dedicated to the establishment of a downtown facade improvement program. The El Centro City Council is allocating $125,000 for business and property owners within the downtown corridor to apply for up to $15,000, a $15,000 incentive for occupied commercial properties and up to $3,000 for vacant storefronts. Several downtown business owners and the El Centro Chamber of Commerce were present and expressed support for the program, which will be administered by our Community Services Department. Now, business owners in that downtown corridor, if you have an operating business, that $15,000 incentive could be used for new paint, sign removal, new signs, repairs to your arcade, new awnings, new windows and doors, exterior lighting in some circumstances. And the vacant properties, that $3,000 incentive can be used for new paint, as well as the beautification of your storefront through art installation. So please, downtown business owners, apply for that funding. And as our task force members and council members Martha Singh and Sylvia Marroquin like to say, we want to look forward to bringing sunshine to downtown El Centro. The next meeting of the El Centro City Council will be May 18 at 6 p.m. We hope to see you there. Take care, everyone.
KXO News Time, 741.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers ready to take care of your automotive service needs. Tires, brakes, batteries, AC service, alignments, lube oil and filter change, and more. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive.
In other local news, the Brawley City Council met last night in regular session. Here's a visit with the mayor of Brawley.
2 public comments were made, one by newly installed Imperial County Public Information Officer Gil Revelar, introducing himself in his new role and committing to working with the city of Brawley, and also publicizing a COVID-related rent relief program. Local gym owner Noel Ortiz made a comment about the freshly revived Downtown Merchants Association and gave a progress report. The most prominent item on the agenda and the reason for the early start time was the general fund workshop and related budget discussion presented by Finance Director Carla Romero. She gave a very clear and comprehensive overview of past and projected revenues and expenditures for the general fund and updated the council on the newly launched software program being utilized by the Finance Department, which will streamline the budgeting process, billing, payroll, and many other financial aspects of the city. Very few questions needed to be asked because Ms. Romero covered all the necessary information very well. Although COVID has created many expensive challenges for our city, there was still some good news mixed in with the bad, and a cautiously optimistic expectation of a balanced and sustainable budget is projected for the upcoming fiscal year, with potentially all services and departments reopening that had been temporarily suspended due to the pandemic and lockdown. City Manager Tyler Salcido then gave a special report regarding residential development fee study findings. He drove home the point that although misinformation had been spread for years about Brawley's development fees being the highest in the county by far, the data shows that our fees actually put us in the lower half of cities in the county in regards to costs to build and develop in our town. It was a point that was well made, and I want to take the opportunity to share that here on KXO. For regular business, we had a COVID statistics update presented by Fire Chief Mike York, followed by 3 Public Works-related infrastructure resolutions for repairs and construction projects, presented by Public Works Director Guillermo Cias. Personnel and Risk Management Administrator Shirley Bonillas then presented a resolution adopting the City of Brawley COVID-19 Supplemental Paid Sick Leave Policy, followed by a monthly staffing report. Notable council member reports included one from Councilman Ramon Castro, who has been doing work to find the truth of the matter regarding accusations that local PD are not able to arrest and deliver nonviolent criminals to county jail because of state mandates. I want to recognize an amazing group of community members who worked together over the past few weeks to purchase and deliver a wheelchair-accessible van for a disabled young man here in Brawley. His name is Ian, and he has adrenoleukodystrophy and is confined to a wheelchair. Patty McDonald, Katie Santillan, and Ivy Respite, Autism Support of Imperial County, Best Step Forward, and many other individuals and organizations contributed to surprise Ian and his family with the van on Sunday, and it was a beautiful outpouring of community love and support for someone in need. Special thanks to local advocate Gloria Brambilla for working behind the scenes to help make connections and for bringing this event, as well as several other important autism awareness events, to my attention over the past month. Our community is blessed to have all of you advocating for those with disabilities. Tune in to City of Brawley on Facebook Live on May 18th at 6 p.m. for our next council meeting. Have a great week and be kind to one another.
That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
1 to get ready.
We're ready.
2 to get set.
Tables are set.
And 3 to go.
Let's go.
Burgers and Beer is ready for you. We are open, and our meals are fresh and made to your order. We are set. Our tables are set. Our condiment trays are fresh, stocked, and chilled. Our doors are open, and it's go time. Come in and enjoy all your favorites at Burgers and Beer. The bacon is sizzling, the fries are frying, the burgers are cooking, and all of the beverages are ice cold. It's a good day at Burgers and Beer.
Page 2 of the local news and weather, brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
In other local news, the Imperial County COVID update numbers are in. Here's more on that story.
The latest COVID numbers were released by the County Public Health Department. The new numbers indicate active cases of the virus are down locally to 137. Numbers also indicate another death attributed to COVID-19 has been added to the list. There are now 717 deaths reported as a result of the virus. Of the active cases, 13 are hospitalized, 6 are in intensive care. Local residents continue to vaccinate, which is good news. There are now over 109,000 total vaccinations administered. 44,852 are fully vaccinated. 64,309 are partially vaccinated. Public Health says the positivity rate for COVID-19 is now at 8.07%. New cases per day per 100,000 population is at 6.19. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Imperial County National Day of Prayer Task Force is Pleased to invite the Imperial Valley to participate in the 2021 National Day of Prayer. This year's theme for the National Day of Prayer being observed on Thursday, May 6th is Lord, pour out your love, life, and liberty, marking the 70th annual National Day of Prayer, which has been endorsed annually by each sitting U.S. president since 1952. There will be several local observances of the 2021 National Day of Prayer. Tomorrow, Thursday, May 6th, there will be an event at the First Christian Church of El Centro in their sanctuary from noon till 1 p.m. Plus, there will be one English service at 6:30 p.m. at Christ Community Church on Orange Avenue. Two bilingual events, one at the Hope Park Gazebo in Hopeville and another at the Calipatria Community Church, both at 6:30 p.m. Furthermore, one live on-air event in Spanish on KGBA AM radio at 6 p.m. Additionally, all Imperial County youth are invited to attend the prayer experience, which is being sponsored by Youth for Christ, Thursday evening, May 6th from 6:30 till 8:30 p.m. at the First Christian Church in El Centro. This will be both in person and live streamed on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
Here's a weather update with Carroll Buckley.
The National Weather Service says high temperatures will be near 100 degrees today through Friday. Temperatures are expected to cool into the mid-90s for the end of the week and into early next week, along with the return of breezy conditions. 96 our high yesterday, 60 the low. Sunny today with a high near 98, southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 65, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 99, east-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming west-northwest. We have 72 degrees downtown, 46% relative humidity, wind out of the east-southeast at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
H&R Block has many options to make filing your taxes easy. Our tax pros can help you get your max refund with or without the office visit. Drop in, drop off, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Send some pics from your phone without leaving home. Just another way Block has your back.
All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
H&R Block locations are open following all CDC guidelines. You can drop off your tax information to your nearest H&R Block's office, or you can call 760-344-6081. That's 344-6081 for an appointment.
It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Major League Baseball action. The Pirates topped the Padres 2-1. Rays ripped the Angels 8-3. And in other action, the Marlins over the Diamondbacks 9-3. White Sox shut out the Reds 9-0. Yankees topped the Astros 7-3. Braves beat the Nationals 6-1. Phillies over the Brewers 6-5. Red Sox and the Tigers finally got to play. The Red Sox hit 4 home runs and beat the Tigers 11-7. And in other action, the Rangers 6-3 winners over the Twins. That one went 10 innings. And the Indians topped the Royals 7-3. The Athletics over the Blue Jays 4-1. Mariners outlasted the Orioles 5-2. The Cardinals and Mets postponed. And in a twin bill, the Cubs beat the Dodgers 7-1 in the opener, and then topped the Dodgers 4-3 in the nightcap. And another twin bill, it was the Giants beating up on the Rockies 12-4 in the opener, and the Rockies came back in the nightcap with an 8-6 win.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District is open and ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer services, visit pmhd.org today.
And in the NBA overtime, it was the Suns. Well, they put up 20 points in the overtime quarter. Cavaliers only 4, 134-118. Suns. Hornets hammered the Pistons 102-99. Bucks beat the Nets 124-118. Mavericks over the Heat 127-113. Pelicans, they whipped the Warriors 108-103. Kings 103, Thunder 99. Clippers beat the Raptors 105-100. Meanwhile, the Premier Golf League, which was promising multi-million-dollar guarantees to top-ranked golfers to break away from the PGA and European tours, has reemerged with big offers to Dustin Johnson, Justin Rose, Brooks Koepka, and Phil Mickelson. It's reported that the World Tour would begin in September 2022, likely forcing players to choose between the PGA Tour and the circuit that is backed by Saudi Arabia money interests. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Thank you for choosing Imperial Printers Rocket Copy. In today's highly competitive business climate, your company's image is important. The printed materials your company uses conveys a major part of that image. Our graphic designers have the talent and expertise to create a lasting impression for your business. Imperial Printers Rocket Copy offers virtually any type of business solution to meet your needs, from business cards and stationery to computer forms, full-color brochures, and posters. Let our excellent service and attention to detail provide the best impression for you. Locally owned and operated, Imperial Printers Rocket Copy has locations near you at 430 West Main Street and 100 South 11th Street in El Centro and 184 South Plaza in Brawley. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. Peloton recalled its Tread Plus and Tread treadmills today. The company admitted it was wrong to fight the Consumer Product Safety Commission's request that it do so. About 125,000 treadmills are included in the recall. Well, everybody's concerned about the climate crisis, but, electric cars, solar panels, wind turbines, other clean energy technologies, that's the answer. But green energy demands copper, lithium, nickel, cobalt, and rare earth elements, and they're all vulnerable to price volatility and shortages. The access to known mineral deposits is a risk factor in developing and continuing the technology. Well, Krispy Kreme is preparing to go public. The donut company said yesterday that it has confidentially filed paperwork related to a public offering. In March, the company made a splash when it announced that customers who have been vaccinated against COVID-19 can get a free donut each day through the end of the year. Markets a bit mixed. The Dow down 3 points. The S&P 500 up 10. The NASDAQ up 63. Gold up $6.50 an ounce, and oil continues to climb, up 26 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business, and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro, and if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
We have sunny skies today with a high near 98, southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 65, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Thursday will be sunny with a high near 99, east-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, then becoming west-northwest later in the day. 72 degrees, 45% relative humidity, wind out of the east-southeast at 5 to 7 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 56 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
CBS News coming up. Don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can replay what you just heard.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
Is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. A Facebook panel has upheld the social network's decision to boot former President Trump off the social network. CBS's Peter King.
Facebook's oversight board found that Mr. Trump's words to rioters, calling them very special and great patriots, quote, legitimized their violent actions. But it also found that Facebook acted inconsistently with its normal standards for suspending accounts because there was no time limit. Co-chair Michael McConnell was asked if Facebook was too partisan.
The reason for demanding consistency and transparency is so that this can be revealed.
The board has given Facebook recommendations to clarify its policy and 6 months to complete a review.
Wyoming Republican Liz Cheney's criticism of Mr. Trump is putting her on the political outs in the GOP. Today, the number 2 Republican in the House, Steve Scalise, said Cheney should be removed from her leadership post. CBS's Nicole Killian.
A Cheney spokesperson tells CBS News this is about whether the Republican Party is going to perpetuate lies about the 2020 election and attempt to whitewash what happened on January 6th. Liz will not do that. Some GOP lawmakers are already pushing for New York Congresswoman and Trump ally Elise Stefanik to take over Cheney's position in House Republican leadership.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says Peloton is recalling its Tread Plus and Tread exercise machines. The company has been issuing safety warnings since a child died in an accident involving one of the treadmills. Other injuries have been reported. The Biden administration pushing to make it easier to get the COVID-19 vaccine and to improve distribution in rural areas. The White House wants more pop-up and mobile clinics like this one in eastern Maryland.
Thomas Stokes and his pregnant wife Tricia say the site made it easy to finally get their shots.
Hopefully my baby's protected. That's what we're doing it for.
For Eric Roy, scheduling was the barrier.
I drive a truck and I'm on the road all the time.
Is it a relief?
Oh man, definitely. It's the first one now, like I did get the second one.
and the unit will be back to deliver that next dose. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Queen Anne's County, Maryland.
Experts say the pandemic's part of the reason the birth rate in this country fell last year. CBS's Michael George says it's the largest single-year drop in almost half a century.
The number of births in the United States dropped again last year, down 4% from 2019, and the lowest since 1979. The National Center for Health Statistics says birth rates declined for women in all age groups 15 to 44.
The Dow is up 1 point. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
Mother's Day is this week, and JCPenney's got amazing gifts for Mom. It's her time to shine, so get her select $15 lab-created white sapphire jewelry. Or Thursday to Sunday, save on Mom's Day deals. Select Liz Claiborne apparel, accessories, and home are up to 40% off, and save extra with a 25% off coupon. Celebrate the woman who does it all. JCPenney. Offers and coupon valid through 5/9. Some exclusions apply. $15 jewelry excluded from coupons and rewards. See store or jcp.com for details.
So, how can I promote my new curbside pickup service?
It's possible with Staples Connect. I need custom floor decals that'll get noticed, not just walked on. Also possible. Staples Connect can help your business grow with custom printed sales and marketing materials. And now get 15% off signs, posters, and decals when you spend $75 or more. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 5/29. Visit staples.com/signage for details.
Flooding in parts of Alabama, power out to thousands in several states, damage to homes and businesses. It's been a week of destructive weather in the South.
Strong storms, including tornadoes, could threaten nearly 30 million people from Louisiana to Delaware today. At least 3 deaths have been blamed on severe weather so far this week. Robert McGrath's Abbeville, South Carolina home was damaged by an EF2 tornado.
It destroyed everything in the backyard. My carports and everything was crushed to the ground.
But most importantly, he adds,
we're happy to be alive. All this can be replaced.
Torrential rain prompted water rescues and evacuations in areas of Alabama. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Well, a high school jersey worn by a 17-year-old LeBron James in a 2002 Sports Illustrated cover goes up for sale in July. The headline item in a sports memorabilia auction that could fetch around $500,000. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
Things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO.